morning. I am not going to make you stand up and dance around, but I'm going to talk about quality in the Papa John's system, and just very apt that it comes right after Mr. Karma's success theory, because I have a take on success too. And my take is, if you chase excellence, success will chase you. How do you chase excellence? Through quality. And that's what we try to do in Papa John's. So, how do we manage quality in Papa John's? Before that, let me tell you about me and what we do. So we are a company called PJP Investments Group. We are based in Dubai, in the UAE. We operate restaurants in the UAE, Saudi Arabia, Jordan, a total of 110 restaurants. And we will soon open in Iraq next year, first quarter. We also won, thanks to our execution of quality and the kind of business we run and the culture we have in the company, we won the Franchisee of the Year from the global Papa John's system. And we were also rewarded with a deal to operate, to own, build and operate 650 Papa John's restaurants in India starting next year, for a period of 10 years. Now, every company has a vision. We have a vision too, and our vision is to be the #1 pizza choice for consumers of all ages in every community that we serve in. And this is what we wake up and try to achieve every day. And how? We have a mission. This mission helps us push ourselves towards the vision. And the mission is practice ROC and ABCD with every transaction, with every order, with every customer. What is ROC? ROC is return of customer. So I tell my teams, take such great care of every order, every customer, so that the customer never thinks of going anywhere else. He only thinks of coming back. ABCD is above and beyond the call of duty. If you go above and beyond the call of duty, ROC naturally will happen. And what I tell my teams is, take care of ROC, ROI will take care of itself. So, let's break up a typical pizza. The dough, then you sauce the dough, and then you have veggies, and then you have, for those who eat non-vegetarian food, there are proteins, cheese, and finally the pizza is packed in a box. So let's talk about each. Dough at Papa John's is made from 6 very simple ingredients. There's nothing complicated about the dough at Papa John's. It's the flour, spec flour, so there's protein content, gluten, everything is controlled. Water, obviously that and flour together provide for the whole structure. The yeast, which essentially helps the dough ferment, rise. And yeast can only act if there's sugar. Sugar is yeast's food. But if that goes unchecked, the dough could really rise too fast and too big. And that's why, to control the fermentation, we add salt. And finally, oil, which provides the strength to bind the dough. So very simple, no emulsifiers, no chemicals, no flavors, no nothing, simple. That's how we manage quality. The dough is always fresh, it is never frozen in Papa John's. Then the pizza sauce. It's made from tomatoes which are ripened on the vine. It's not that there's a whole crop of tomatoes harvested and then ripened in artificial ultraviolet light. Also, these tomatoes are grown in specific regions with soils that meet the taste requirements. They are harvested only once a year at the right time. And these tomatoes go from vine to can in 6 hours after being seasoned. So spices, seasonings are added to the sauce and then it's fresh packed. And then in the restaurant, straight from the can onto the pizza crust. It is never made from concentrate like many of our competitions do. And then the vegetables delivered every day fresh to the restaurants, cut in the restaurants. They are washed and sanitized fully and cut daily in restaurants to provide for that fresh and crunchy taste. Then you have the proteins, pepperoni or chicken. These are 100% meat and never any fillers like soya and we use premium seasonings. So for example, our pepperoni receives seasonings from Trilogy, one of the best companies in the world. Some of the other seasonings come from Griffith. And then the cheese, 100% pure mozzarella and of such quality that it will melt perfectly for a cheese pull experience. And then, this is our lingo, but we call them blisters on a pizza. When the pizza is baked, you will notice clear blisters and which actually look beautiful. And finally the box. We use beef flute craft paper, extra thick, and it's compostable, biodegradable, in line with sustainability. But it's well and good to have quality in place. It's well and good to have the ingredients in place. Ingredients have reached your kitchen, but then your team still needs to execute. Execution is extremely important. Ultimately, the moment of truth is when the customer bites into the pizza. So we use various means to achieve flawless execution. We have a training portal for our employees who are trained. They go from station to station, online, theoretical as well as practical training. We have regular unannounced audits in restaurants to ensure that the quality finally does translate onto the pizza. We also have artificial intelligence tools, which is what I want to talk about. We use, if you see here, we have an AI camera right above the area where we cut and box the pizzas. So this camera essentially takes multiple images of every pie that comes out of the oven and sends it to the cloud where the pizza is analyzed in this fashion. For example, our large pizza is a 13-inch diameter pizza. Now, every customer must receive 13-inch, not 12. It should not be 14 either. It should be a 13-inch pizza. So this AI software basically analyzes what is the diameter. It also analyzes how many pepperonis on a pizza, for example. A large pizza at Papa John's would have 36 pepperonis. Customer wants 36, that's what he expects, not 35, not 37. So this software basically analyzes that. And finally, produces reports So restaurant managers get real-time data on how their teams are doing. What is the quality of every pizza? Every pizza is scored. And once these scores are tabulated across our restaurants, for example, in the UAE, we have 85 restaurants alone in that country. So amongst 85, who's ranked number one, where the quality is the best, and then teams are incentivized. And that's how we manage quality. And so we recently ran a brand equity campaign in the market talking about these things. So I'd like to play a video and then leave you with this thought on quality.
Ingredients, our dough is a work of art. Flour, water, sugar, oil, salt, yeast from the start. Fresh, never frozen, baked, never fried. Taste the difference, it'll blow your mind.
John's. Better ingredients, better pizza.
Thank you. If you have any question, maybe I can take one. Yes. And you could actually have that next year. We are planning our first restaurant in Bangalore Q2. So between April, May, June in 2024. And then many more after that. Thank you very much.
A lot of our children have fascination for that. So how do you expect to penetrate that market where already there is an established brand like Domino's or Pizza Hut?
It's a very good question. And as you said, Domino's is well established. They have more than 1,800 restaurants across the length and breadth of India. And I think our brand promise, Papa John's brand promise, right from the time it started in 1984, has been better ingredients, better pizza. Our plan, our strategy is straightforward. We will go to the market and present to your children a pizza with better ingredients, which is clearly a better pizza. Now, the pricing is key, and we will have to put all our thinking hats together to get as close as possible to Domino's prices. It is never going to be possible to beat them or be equal to them. But when the consumer will see that the ingredients are better, healthier, and tastier, I think the consumer will decide for himself which pizza to buy. And we believe we will do well. I hope I've answered your question.
Thank you.